For almost 5 centuries, a popular procession named Following the Cross on the central Dalmatian island of Hvar celebrates the Holy Week, the culmination of preparations for the greatest Christian holiday, Easter. The procession on Maundy Thursday passes through 6 villages in the central part of the island: Jelsa, Pitve, Vrisnik, Zvrče, Vrban and Vrboska. After the evening mass on Maundy Thursday, 6 groups of men start walking in procession from 6 parish churches simultaneously at 10 p.m. Moving clockwise, during the night the processions visit ornamented graves in chapels and churches of the neighbouring villages. They pass along vineyards and olive groves and Stari Grad Plain, which is registered on the UNESCO World Heritage List.
Procesije o kojima je ovdje riječ, koje se nazivaju Za Krizen.
The processions named as Following the Cross are a unique cultural and religious phenomenon, not only held in Croatia, but equally found in countries across Europe and around the globe. The main characteristic of the procession is its popular and passionate character. The procession isn't organised by the representatives of the Catholic Church, although it's linked with them as well, but by the worshippers, i.e. brotherhoods, which from the Middle Ages to this day have had a powerful economic and social importance, in addition to their religious significance. Priests do not follow the procession, but see it on its way and welcome processions from other villages during the night. The procession commemorates the series of events at the time regarding the central person to the Catholic faith, Jesus. The procession commemorates Jesus' suffering, expresses affectionate compassion of Croatian Catholic believers for Jesus' pain and suffering, as well as his mother, the Holy Mary's sorrow. The main character in front of the procession is the cross-bearer, carrying a heavy 18-kilo cross, which is covered with a black veil. In the past, the cross-bearers were chosen each time, but today they are registered in advance. The tradition and significance of the procession and the importance of the cross in the lives of the people of Hvar is proved by the fact that cross-bearers are registered for as much as 20 years in advance. Histories of many Croatian families witness the carrying of the cross by their members. The cross-bearer carries the cross because of his own all-family gratitude, as a prayer or thanksgiving, as an expression of piety for Christ's suffering. It's a great honor to be a cross-bearer, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that will never be forgotten. After following the cross-bearer makes a so-called Christ's feast, where his party dines, usually on Easter Monday. The cross-bearer walks barefoot or in socks, while stopping in churches. He remains standing or kneeling. He alone invites and allocates his followers, exclusively men. At his side, his relatives stand in civil clothes, others are dressed in brotherhood tunics and carry large candles, candelabra and lanterns. The cross-bearer is followed by the chosen candelabra, singers of the Lamentations of the Virgin Mary, 2 main singers and 3 chorus singers. They, in turn, are followed by many worshippers from the parish, emigrants from Hvar, and more recently by a considerable number of pilgrims from Croatia and abroad. Here this custom is very piously conducted, and the people are somehow very different as Holy Week draws nearer and nearer. Nothing can hinder the people, neither storm nor rain nor thunder. It's an interesting fact that, as far as I remember, and I'm 70 years old, there has never been a time where men have been taken ill when returning from such hard nights, from really hard processions. The core substance of the procession is the singing of the Lamentations of the Virgin Mary, which is sang in the form of a musical dialogue by chosen candelabra singers on pre-selected locations known as statia, churches, chapels, sometimes even outdoors. Singing in a complex song such as the Lamentations of the Virgin Mary requires substantial skill, notably an extremely good ear, the ability to concentrate, and a distinct, powerful voice. Singers are chosen based on the characteristics of their voices, as the dynamic disposition of the voice are the critical elements in choosing duets. Often singers are in fact descendants of older candelabri. The melody of the Lamentations of the Virgin Mary verses is the chorus formulated in a series of sequences, which are progressing dynamically and melodically up the scale towards the middle of the song, then gradually down the scale to the original tones. The text of the Lamentations of the Virgin Mary is an octosyllabic verse, Passion-related text dating from the 15th century. Apart from the Lamentations of the Virgin Mary, the Cross-Bearers Ensemble and pilgrims also sing many other songs and prayers. The circle of the procession is closed before dawn when, after 8 hours and 25 kilometres of walking and praying, the procession returns to its parish church. It's especially festively marked in Yeltsa, where many worshippers and the priest welcome the procession on the main town square piazza. The cross-bearer runs the last 100 meters with his last breath towards the priest who blesses him. The procession following the cross is a very pious ceremony and an expression of religious and cultural identity of the inhabitants of the central part of the island of Hvar. Based on all the 6 villages spread in an elliptical form, as you can see, it's a favourable element which contributed to realising such an idea more easily, and it made the people more homogeneous. It united them in trouble and suffering, so they prayed to God for help together to break free from the evils that burdened them.